Today's Daily Dose of Math is about making a budget that includes a loan. In our situation, we have an individual who is earning $1,200 every 2 weeks. Their expenses include rent of $980, hydro of $120, cell phone bill of $68, and internet bill of $60. All of those are monthly expenses. And then they estimate that their other expenses like gas and groceries and such are about $150 per week. The person has a chance to buy a used car for $2,000, and they're very lucky because a relative has offered to give them an interest-free loan of the $2,000, but with the condition that it has to be paid back within 6 months, and if it's not, whatever is still owing, the relative will start charging interest on that. So we have an individual who is very motivated to see, will they be able to pay back the entire amount before 6 months are up? And for that we need a monthly budget. Now, of course, you can take a calculator and you can start putting these numbers in and you can end up giving an answer which would be a correct answer. But you're not justifying it. You have to justify it if it's in the context of a math test, an assignment, an exam question. So I want to see my students justify this completely, and I want to see that they're taking everything into account. And one way I like to see them do this is to create a monthly budget. We're going to start with the income, which is $1,200 but twice a month, so that'll be $2,400, and we write that as plus $2,400. Then the expenses will be minuses. We have minus $980, minus $120, minus $68, minus $60. And then we have to be careful with this one that's in green because that's per week. So 150 times 4, minus 600 per month. But I also like it when the student puts the loan in here, which is, again, it's a minus, so it's minus 2,000. Now, because of the addition of the loan, we know that we're not going to get a positive answer at the bottom of this. What we get when we combine all of these numbers, the one positive and all of the negatives, is minus 1428. So at the end of the first month, some of the loan has already been paid back, and in fact it's going to be $572 that was paid back. Now we do it again for the second month. We haven't paid back the whole loan yet, so we're not finished. Now this does become very repetitive, but repetitive means easy, so that's good. For the second month, plus 2,400. All of these minuses are the same. Except the loan, which is now minus 1428. And then when we combine these numbers, we end up with minus 856. We're not finished. We still are in debt. The third month, again, all of the numbers are the same except the bottom one. Plus 2,400. Put all of these minuses in. And we have minus 856 for the loan now. And our total is minus 284. We can see we're getting close, but we are still in debt. Fourth month, the bottom number has changed again. It is now minus 284. And we end up with a combined total of positive 288. At this point, I have enough budget months showing to justify my answer that I have paid off my loan after 4 months Therefore, no interest will be charged. This is quite easy to do. Once you realize that you keep on using the same numbers in the same way, and only the bottom number, which this is the loan, keeps on changing, and it completely justifies your answer. Now, this is not an accounting course. This is a secondary one, finance and arithmetic course. I don't know if an accountant would consider this to be a perfect way of showing all of the values, but it's good enough for the math course that I'm teaching. That is today's Daily Dose of Math. Please like and subscribe, and remember, you can do this. Don't be afraid.